I frankly don't care who performs the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I think it's a waste of time and a waste of money. It is not made for people like me anyway, meaning straight men.
Ben Shapiro really wants you to know that he doesn't care about Bad Bunny, so much so that he put together a whole essay explaining why it was actually good for the conservative movement. But of course, he opened with insisting that he's a straight man. Hi, I'm Mediaite founding editor Colby Hall, and if you haven't noticed, Bad Bunny's been all over the news recently. He's promoting a new record, he hosted SNL this weekend, and of course the NFL announced that he would be the Super Bowl performer next February. This has not gone over well with the conservative media outrage machine.
Bad Bunny, the Spanish-singing, dress-wearing political rapper.
Seems pretty certain the NFL must know that Bad Bunny is not a unifier. He does not like ICE. He does not like Trump. Does not appear to like the U.S.
He barely speaks and he barely sings in English, Laura. Is this who you want as your halftime entertainment for an English-speaking American audience?
And Ben Shapiro, in his own ironically detached way, is insisting that he's not mad. He's delighted about how this is going to play out politically.
Bad Bunny, hosting the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I actually think it's kind of hilarious because he said that he wouldn't come back to the United States while Trump was president, and here he is breaking his vow.
Wait, was Bad Bunny's vow serious? No, I don't think so, because Puerto Rico is part of the United States, right? That seemed lost on Shapiro, who quickly pivoted to the SNL hosting gig.
Well, not only is he doing that, he's now showing up at SNL to speak Spanish at you. More of this. Honestly, good. More. I like that. This is good. I think the Democrats should show who they are. I think cultural left-wingers should show who they are.
Bad Bunny's popularity is bad for Democrats and good for the conservative movement. Look, he's a popular musical artist with the American youth, and he represents a massively growing demographic. But again, Shapiro doesn't not like him. He loves the political, cultural phenomenon and how that will help his movement.
And Bad Bunny should show up on SNL and lecture Americans on why they need to learn Spanish. And by the way, I'm not anti-learning Spanish. I've been trying to do it myself for years and failing. I think it's a good thing to know multiple languages. But I don't think Americans take kindly to being lectured about how they must learn Spanish in the English language speaking country that is the United States.
Lectured? I mean, you seem kind of thin-skinned, maybe even offended. Whatever happened to facts over feelings, Ben? Anyway, Bad Bunny did have some fun with the whole Super Bowl controversy reaction in his opening monologue.
I'm doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
Then Bad Bunny addressed the hate he was feeling from Fox News.
Fox News.
Bad Bunny
is my favorite musician,
and he should be the next president.
That's a funny bit, I guess, but not surprising. Bad Bunny then continued his monologue and even spoke some Spanish.
Also happy, especialmente todo latino.
So he went on speaking Spanish for almost close to a minute, which is kind of a big deal for an SNL host to, on NBC, broadcast network, to speak Spanish. Must have been a clear bit designed to troll people like Ben Shapiro.
If you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
There it is. You need to learn Spanish to understand what he's saying, right? A clear troll directed at people like Ben Shapiro. I wonder how this will go over.
Okay, I'm not going to be lectured about learning Spanish by Bad Bunny, a person who calls himself Bad Bunny. And I hope the Democrats embrace this full scale. That actually it is an obligation of everybody to learn Spanish, not for him to speak English so that we can understand him.
When did Ben Shapiro become such an easy bait taker? A master bait taker, you could say.
And when I am looking for cultural arbiters who are going to really spell out what it is that the Democratic Party should be about, I look to the multicolored hair of Molly Jong-Fast.
So Molly wrote a column in the New York Times defending the Bad Bunny Super Bowl decision and put it in the context of a broader political debate narrative that she thinks Democrats should embrace.
And what's important about the op-ed I wrote in the New York Times that Bad Bunny represents a lot of the values that right now the Democratic Party should, the idea that Puerto Rico is part of America, right, that we shouldn't be racist against people who come from, these are easy ideas and he's a great messenger. And if you think about Donald Trump got that politics is downstream of culture. That's why he's at UFC fights. That's why he claimed ownership of Jake Paul and Joe Rogan and those people, because he knew that the way to get in front of low frequency voters is to be in the culture. Democrats have that too, but they're so reticent to embrace it because they're so cautious and lawyerly, and I think it's a mistake.
I'm going to guess that Ben Shapiro loves this idea.
Yeah, well, go for it. Go for it. More of this. And I think we should definitely take our political cues from the great, brilliant folks over at SNL who, by the way, spent the weekend also mocking J.K. Rowling.
Wait, there's more SNL jokes to get mad at?
For the great crime, J.K. Rowling, you'll remember, told Emma Watson to basically stand back, stand aside, because Emma Watson had been ripping into her a year ago and now is trying to make nice with her because J.K. Rowling has committed the heinous sin of saying that boys are not girls and girls are not boys. So that means that it was time for SNL to mock J.K. Rowling. You know, always on the side of the 20% SNL as opposed to the 80%.
That's right. SNL's Weekend Update had some fun mocking the controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling's controversial comments about trans kids that featured Harry Potter character Dobby.
Master sent Dobby to go on the telly and define once and for all what a woman is, sir.
Ben Shapiro loves this. He thinks these jokes only help his movement.
Keep going with this, honestly. Cultural left, please. The right will be in power forever if you continue this sort of nonsense.
Not because he's really offended by them, but he thinks that this is exactly the sort of controversy and the cultural wedge issue that he needs to gin up that doesn't just help his sort of Republican conservative beliefs, but also helps him, I don't know, get a lot of views, sell a lot of soap, foster a lucrative outrage machine from which he makes a lot of money. I remember when Ben Shapiro would make fun of liberals for being too woke and too sensitive. And yet here he is in a very dispassionate, calm way saying, oh, I don't really care about this, but I really care about this. He may make a point. I think he's missing the larger thing that SNL is making jokes designed to mock his reaction, and yet he's falling right into that. It's like through the looking glass. He doesn't care. He probably, when not on camera would say, yeah, it's just kind of a dumb thing I'm talking about. But it is a dumb thing he's talking about, and it only elevates Bad Bunny, and to a lesser extent, Molly Young Fast, who made kind of an obvious comment. Nonetheless, this is how the outrage machine works, and even when SNL is designed to make fun of it, they take the bait nonetheless, because got to get the clicks. Again, I'm Media Editor Colby Hall. For more videos like this, please click the like and subscribe button.